Are you enjoying Dragon Con this year?
I'm loving it. It's kind of weird. I got in on the very late the Thursday night, so it all began, and I was still going, what day is it, what time is it, and it's been kind of been very tired for the last few days, but it's so... DragonCon, for one, is amazing. You kind of walk through these seas of people, and one gets used to it slightly, but then you'll see something and it just blows your mind. You go, oh my god, of course I'm at DragonCon, and you'll see something over there and over there, and that's brilliant. And the lovely thing is, in the daytime, I've been spending sitting talking to people, and it is delightful. And there was a moment yesterday where it was I think through time differences, it was probably my 3 a.m. and 3 a.m. and I'm just sitting there at the table in the afternoon, just going, I think I'm going to die, I'm just going to pass out, fade away. And this family who just arrived came up and visited, and there was 6 or 7, no, 8, 7 of them, and they were just, every single one of this family, the most delightful, bright, sparkly human beings, and all together in one family. How lucky is that? And talked to them, and it was just wonderful. We talked for ages, and then they went away suddenly wide awake and happy and buzzing. So those kind of moments are, for me, more Dragon Con. You know, the crazy, drunken, carousing until 3 in the morning is for younger folk. I'm in bed, tucked up. No, I'm just sort of tired. And I go, going out, falling down, going to bed. And the Hilton has very good beds, very cozy.
What has been your best experience at Dragon Con this year?
Sounds really naff, but I think that family, I just love them so much. I'm going to try and get them to adopt me. Yeah, that was, there's been lots. There's absolutely been lots, but they sort of arrived just at the moment. Just go, oh, please, I'm going to die.
And of course, the other side of that question, about the worst experience.
There are no bad experiences ever at Dragon Con. Never. Ever.
Is there any chance that you will be reprising Haldir in the Hobbit movies?
I really don't think so. It's. I think they'll be fantastic films, but I don't expect to be part of it. But I'm very, very much looking forward to paying my ticket and going and seeing it on a big IMAX screen where you can see all the amazing detail.
What was your favorite scene to shoot in The Lord of the Rings?
I think I was only in one scene, The Lord of the Rings, so that one. I loved all the battle stuff at Helm's Deep. I think it's. There are moments when you go, my job is good and life is weird, and being able to play bows and arrows and swords and fighting and that kind of cool stuff is just brilliant. So I did love that, working with the stunt guys and just having the biggest sort of pirate adventure.
How about your least favorite?
Least favorite was probably that as well, because there were many nights where during the sort of long night shoots that went for a couple of months, cold winter's quarry, there were many times when you want to walk, but everyone was in the same boat, and actually no, they were in a far worse boat. But parts of when you're an actor in those situations, because you've got these costumes on and you've got wigs and things like that, it's not about you, it's about the wig and the costume, but they have to kind of keep you warm, keep you sheltered, stop you getting wet, all that kind of stuff. So you get looked after really well, and you also come in for your bit if you go away again. So. But the crew who are there every day, or every night in this case, they always have it far worse than you do, so you don't complain too much. Or you just go home, but you don't tell anyone.
If you could have chosen any part to play in Lord of the Rings, which would you have chosen and why?
I was asked this just before. I think every part was played so beautifully that I can't imagine anyone else but the actors who portrayed those characters portraying them, including myself. It's a good answer, isn't it?
How has being in the Lord of the Rings films changed your life?
It has been a remarkable chance of entering this world, this kind of mental con world, which I didn't really know existed. I'd seen Galaxy Quest, where I'd gone, but that's sort of a different take on it. And I think that the very first, I went to a thing in Germany with a good friend of mine, Mark Ferguson, who we got invited over, this is several years ago now, and we're going, wow, the films hadn't even come out at this stage, I don't think. And we're going, why have we been invited to this? And sure enough, the tickets arrived, and we went, yeah, let's go. And we got there, and we just had the best time. It is mental. It's a whole lot of people going mental for a weekend, but having the best time and having an eccentric good time, and being allowed to be kind of creative, to play make-believe. And I forget, because we get to do it all the time if you're an actor, but the chance for people who don't necessarily work in that world, working other jobs, they get a chance to play make-believe for a weekend. Good friends and hang out and party and dance and drink and all the good stuff. So it's given me access to that, which is fantastic.
They dress up.
Yeah. And that's why I'm useless at costume parties. That's why I never wear costume these days. 'Cause you do that for a job, but when you wear a suit all day for a job, dress up is the best thing in the world. So I totally get it.
If you could choose to be any race and live in any realm of Lord of the Rings, which would you choose?
Probably an elf, but you'd want to be one of the cool elves. You don't want to be an uptight elf. You want to be
Not like Howard?
No, not like Howard. You want to be, I don't know the different groups of elves, but I reckon you want to be like kind of cool elf. Because they can do cool stuff. They got cool things.
If you could go back and relive one moment from filming the Lord of the Rings movies, what would it be?
Relive for how cool it was, or
Any maybe
point from the filming. Two great moments which weren't so much about scenes, but I just went, life is so good. Was one day walking with an AD along past the campers and things. We were going to set up, and this door of a camper opened. A puff of smoke came out. This figure leaned out, going, hello. Much better than that. And it was Christopher Lee. And I didn't even know he had arrived. And you just suddenly go, look up, and there is this giant of a man who has terrified my childhood. And you look up and go, oh my God, it's Vampire Dracula, Christopher Lee. And there he is. And he was asking the AD something and said, who are you? Chat, and I'm just going, you're Christopher Lee, I love you, and I hate you, you're scary. So,
So you
those
had like a starstruck moment?
absolutely, it's Christopher Lee. You have to, and similar thing with Kate Blanchett. She is just. I have such huge respect for her, and she's a lovely woman, so beautiful. And those kind of moments, it was amazing. You just kind of go, oh, this is a good moment. That's my name dropping moment. Yeah, my mate Chris, and yeah.
Any last words to the fans of the Tolkien Track?
Am I going to die? Yeah, just thank you very much, and thanks for letting me play in this world. It's wonderful and mental. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Well, the staff of Tolkien's Middle Earth would like to thank you for
Thank you
coming
very
to
much.
DragonCon.
Thank you for having
for
me.
granting us.
My great pleasure. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. You're a fabulous interviewer.
I knew you would be.
She's great.
We changed
Thank you.
rules. She was going to interview.
Thank
I
you
was
very
gonna-
much.
thought
Those
you were
eyes
gonna
do.
freak you
I
out.
know. They're great.
Thank you.
Don't hurt.
No.
Oh.
After she taught me how to put them in.
Yes.
I
No
had,
regrets.
I had have you seen Underworld?
Um,
The Kate Beckinsale.
oh yes. Yeah.
I had the